I know you don't go on TikTok, but almost every young left-leaning person I see on there is done so with Biden. Yeah, like what? Again, like mathematically, factually, if we put on our big boy hats and our big boy glasses and our thinking caps and blah blah blah, it is objectively correct that Biden winning is better than Trump winning. And so the vote blue, no matter who logic follows through, it still remains the same. However, right now, there is essentially no rhetorical benefit in pushing that line with people who are doing the like, I'm done with Biden bit, because I genuinely don't think there's anything to be gained by going up to people and being like, hey, listen, Trump would have done the same genocide. It's just like, I am willing to go out in a leg for a lot of shilly pro-Biden shit that most lefties won't, and that's one of the things that makes me principled over like these dipshit, like cosmopolitan Twitter lefties who will only vote for someone they like. But right now, like, we have to acknowledge the fact that at the end of the day, this is about like pragmatism. This is about you know, it's about a it's about your ability to meaningfully change people's minds. And if you can't do it, then you have to try another approach. And maybe the best approach is just to like harp on about how bad Trump is, you know? Because he is really bad. But like, goddamn, dude, like all Trump is doing right now is very loudly losing a bunch of cases against him. What Biden is doing is openly, loudly supporting a genocide. Like, fuck, dude. Oh my God. I cannot believe he would fumble like this about not looking like an annoying smug lib. It's not just about not looking like an annoying smug lib. It's that, like, at the end of the day, people are susceptible to their emotional biases. And you're just not like, there is nobody is going to like, okay, let me put it this way. Remember how difficult it was to try to convince people to vote for Biden when all Biden had done was be a neoliberal? How difficult do you think it's going to be to convince those same people now that he's a neoliberal plus genocide? Like, what the fuck? I thought we had some good momentum going in considering all the wins that we had for unions lately. But like, I can't argue against that. Like, I can't convince people. Like, I can argue against it logically, but not in a way that's going to convince people, you know, because this is clearly, like, this is so beyond the pale. So we have to focus mostly on pointing out how bad Trump is, I guess, because this is pretty tough to talk around. I wonder if some of the youth vote could be reconciled by looking at the consequences of trans rights under an all-red federal government. I really don't know if I can. No. Just no. Don't even. Just don't even. Ugh. How do Democratic presidents face consequences? How do presidents face consequences? I mean, the best argument is you want to do one genocide or two since... No. Please don't argue with me on this, please. Holy shit. A lot of you guys weren't here with me in 2020, back when I lost a huge amount of cred with the lefty community for meekly suggesting that a neoliberal might be preferable to an open fascist. Like, I lost so much credibility by saying that, even though I was fucking right, and everything in the universe that has happened since then has proven me right. I am not doing this all over again for fucking genocide Biden, okay? We're going to talk about how bad the Reds are. That's what we're going to focus on. That's the line. Biden's support is done. There's no point anymore. It's over. It's poisoned irreparably. There's no fucking way people who are moved towards inaction by this are going to be moved back with impassioned, like, voter shaming, you know? I'm normally in favor of voter shaming because I think it can work in a lot of cases. I don't think it can work here. So we just have to focus on other stuff to get people to vote against Donald Trump, I suppose. Biden literally did everything he could. Yeah, that's true. Him saying that he unconditionally supported Israel, denying or doubting the number of Palestinian deaths, failing to restrain or hold them back in any fashion, saying they had their full support. Yeah, it's true. What else could he have possibly done? Yeah, Jank 2024. Yeah. He has tried to hold them back. Netanyahu told him to fuck off. Netanyahu can't tell us to fuck off. Do you know who we are? This isn't an even game. We don't play fair. We're America. We can do anything we want. And publicly supporting Israel, saying, like, literally, we just watched the press secretary compare anti-Israel protesters to neo-Nazis. Yeah, you could do... Oh, dude, all he can do is meekly pressure him from behind the scenes to maybe possibly get a humanitarian corridor open while not mentioning anything in public. Yeah, no, fuck off, dude. It's genuine. It's like, because you're being a liberal right now, I have to assume that, you have like a high opinion of the amount of support that we can and have provided Ukraine. It's incredible how neoliberals believe in the immense, overwhelming power of the United States when it comes to doing things they think are possible, but when it comes to doing something just a little bit sort of outside their, like, you know, range of expected power, all of a sudden it's like, oh, well, actually, you know, we have no power whatsoever. You know, we might be the most powerful nation to ever existed. You know, we might be gods on earth. We might have the ability to end the world several times over. We might have the geopolitical clout. Listen, we had the geopolitical clout. We had the diplomatic power to shield Israel from a world of hatred, okay? We certainly have the power to abet it. All right? If we can single-handedly keep the United Nations from falling down on Israel, like Superman holding up the roof of a collapsing building, okay? We can certainly let go of that building. But do we? No. Could this give Trump the opening he needs? Yes, actually. I don't know if it'll be enough. Trump's still in a lot of trouble, but why is he blindly supporting Israel? Even though it would hurt him? Because he's afraid to cut the rope. Vaush, you're Dunning-Kruger and American exceptionalism personified, Lamau. That's true. Only an American exceptionalist could believe that the UN representative, or the U.S. representative at the UN would have the power to not vote no. That's true. I naively believe that the United States has the ability to send a representative with the finger strength to hit the big yes button rather than the big no button. But that's foolish of me. I'm engaging in a kind of American diabolism here. That's true. Fuck off. Everyone who disagrees with me on this is personally wishes they were in the West Bank and Gaza Strip, mutilating Palestinian babies. They're insane. They're psychotic. You know, this actually reminds me a lot of how, like, if you go on Twitter right now, a lot of the, like, NAFO and OSINT accounts and non-credible defense on Reddit are, like, full-throatedly pro-Israel, you know? It's a reminder that liberal allies for Ukraine were only allies for Ukraine because it was geopolitically convenient. Remember, liberals are only ever allies of convenience. They're treacherous by nature. They only ever support the good side if the good side was already on their side. They're now defending the exact same behavior that Russia has engaged in from Israel, you know, gloating about civilian casualties, massive, military, skew in firepower, gloating over, look how many bombs they can drop, because they didn't actually care that Ukraine was fighting off an oppressor. That was just like a convenient additional, that was like an extra justification. In reality, it's just about supporting Western hegemony. Truly just Western chauvinists. Liberals or neoliberals? Liberals. I say neoliberals sometimes when I mean liberals. It's just my mouth running ahead of my head a little bit. Need to see some evidence of this? The main OSN Twitter accounts are literally pro-Israel. How can you possibly be pro-Ukraine and pro-Israel unless you're just a Western chauvinist? It makes absolutely no sense. Absolutely none. All of the rhetoric that Russia used to justify its invasion is being used by Israel. First of all, Israel is openly ethnic replacement pilled, okay? Like, Israel's literally just like, they are evil, they're an evil people, like, you know, biblical verses, this, that, the other. So that's one. For two, the idea of, like, Ukraine, like, provoked or prompted them. Russia also used the same disingenuous accusation of ethnic cleansing in, like, eastern Ukraine. Russia being like, we'll never have peace as long as Ukraine is fomenting violence here in the east, when Russia was the one who caused the situation that led to that violence, when the exact same thing is the case with Israel. Not wanting to drag something into this, but the DGG subreddit's full of pro-genocide people. What did I just say about liberals? Yeah, obviously. Do you fear Trump will claim to be anti-Israel in 2024 to appeal to the far right and disaffected Democrats? No. What I do fear is that there will be enough people on the left, but not enough people on the right who get sort of disillusioned by all of this. I worry that we're going to have very low voter turnout in 2024. I was expecting very high voter turnout, but maybe not. Trump is barely campaigning, and, Biden's doing what Biden's doing.